So I overheard yesterday at Starbucks one of the guests tell the staff there that their best friend is going to Costa Rica and they bought a coffee shop that they're excited about starting. I resisted the urge and temptation to lay out to them how Costa Rica is going to be one of the first places to hit by ravaging effects of climate change, not to include wet bulb temperatures, hurricanes, tsunamis, perhaps, you name it. Extreme weather is coming for the equator, no doubt, and the tropics. All of us. No one will be spared. But I resisted. It's the same people that are like having babies and, getting business degrees. It's like, on one hand, I should practice what I preach and say, like, if it's what brings you joy, do that. But just know in hindsight that it's not going to last. You do, in my opinion, you do things for longevity. You buy good products because they last. You pursue good ventures because you think they will be fruitful and be, last for you for a long time. And if you're ignoring the climate crisis or the effects that will come for you, half of Americans don't even think that the climate crisis will come for them. So, a fair warning there, as if it's already not warned enough. And I want to follow up a sentiment followed by the Chinese youth. You could say the citizens of China, the slaves of China, whatever, the republic. They have a sentiment called like lying flat, letting it rot. This is nothing new, but it's banned on their social media. And essentially, don't participate. And I advise this, we're not too far off here in the States. I would advise not participating in this system as much as possible, right? Because it's ecocidal. And so, worry about yourself. I'm most likely gonna get a solar panel with an AC and DC volt charge battery pack with it, so I can cook food in Instapot, charge my laptops and electronics, because I'm still gonna be using those in the collapse. This is a blend of like cyberpunk, using what you have in a collapse situation. I'm not gonna be living off grid and cooking my food on a wood stove, and pouring buckets of water on my head. Like I'm gonna try to live a little decently during the collapse, as we are rapidly degenerating environmentally, socially and culturally. There is no society. I didn't get no respect, during the coronavirus pandemic. I guess like the happy days in American history, like this is nothing like that sort. It's a shitty dystopian, alienating place to live in the States. That's a fact. So I'm going to this Chinese barbecue tomorrow. It's authentic Chinese barbecue. Everyone speaks Chinese. I won't understand much of what's going on, but I might have some funny words I'll come back with. And it's just, I'm proud of myself. I moved away from Dallas, away from a congested metropolitan area, which by the way, you should get out of all of them. Miami, Las Vegas, LA, 8-9 million people. Like, get out now. All right, start making your move, because these places are going to be hell late. I knew it. I knew Dallas was going to get because the heat, temperature rising. It wasn't hard to connect the dots. They're going to have 100-degree days every single day during summer. I don't want to be in that with the traffic and congestion. Dude, what happens when gas goes up to $6 a gallon? $7 in a few years. That's realistic. And watching Biden, another rant, watching about our president and government, the federal minimum wage hasn't been risen in 10 years. Okay. Over 10 years. That's a disgrace. That's the longest time it's ever not been raised. And so you're saying, well, but you'll say, oh, well, the states set their own minimum wage. Yeah, but they follow suit and example from the federal government. So when the federal government does it, they usually raise it to compensate in their state. And the fact that they haven't goes to show you how broken and dysfunctional the government doesn't give a shit about you. We learned that from COVID. Nor can you get people to wear masks, but that's another issue. Don't participate as much as you can. I want a doomer family. I want a doomer community. I should state that for the record. That's what I want. And I'm building that. It took me 2 years, but I'm building it, because we'll need each other. We will need each other soon. Already. This is lunacy. It's lunacy that the billionaires are getting together and hiring these cobalt mining companies, to drill in Greenland to help stimulate the transition to green energy, the fleet, the electric cars, as if we're going to build all this without making carbon emissions in the next few years and miraculously save the environment, when China and India is building new coal-fired power plants as we speak. It's lunacy. But I'm proud of myself and my life, and that's what you should do too. Live consciously. Live with a higher state of awareness. I know that when shit starts breaking down and everyone else in this pretty neighborhood is going to freak out when the cost of corn or maize or wheat goes skyrocketing and gas prices were gouged more. Yeah, in the 2020s, I was there documenting the whole damn thing. Our complete fall of the human civilization. I was in trillions of years so that I could be born in the end and see the fall of industrial civilization, of humankind. What a trip. Okay, maintain your health. That's what I'm doing. My firearms are my life insurance policy, you feel? And I probably need to get a radioactive hazmat suit, too. We're gonna go find some caves. We're preparing for worst case. You know what I'm saying? Because doomsday bunkers sold out last year. They can't keep up with demand. For real. I second your comment. If you couldn't see the temperature extremes from just the past few years, and you're not noticing, you're not walking outside and saying, unless you're really young. But if you're an adult and if you're not noticing this, aliens are laughing at us. These stupid little animals don't even notice that their environment is being destroyed. But at least there was that one guy, or a few of them, that were taking notice. They have that thing, I guess they have a consciousness. Why did we develop this far? Why did we get so far along just to be like this? All this progress, huh? Yeah, alright, well, I'm gonna get my day going. Like I said, I'm going to this barbecue tomorrow. A big feat. I came here, didn't know anyone or anything. Kind of in a dark place. I wasn't in the level of acceptance that I am now. All of you who are with me have gone through that journey with me. And then I left with a best friend. David, shout out to you. Gave me this weight. Lots of love and attention. Lots of good conversations. And I get to go to a Chinese barbecue and kiss a fine woman. Pretty good deal to me. Alright, folks. Love you, Doomers. Do some push-ups. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.